So, konbawa, konnichiwa, welcome. Hope you're all well. Sorry, this is a late start. But we've got a few trains to run. Namely this one first. A locomotive I haven't run for a very long time, one of my first and earliest electric locomotives, after the EF70, my second, and my first brand new one, which is like one of my first and earliest. But yes, so EF200 here. I believe it's number 4. I don't know. Is it 4? I can't quite see the number from here. Nope. But yes, the big thing is with this tonight is that it's pulling my completely coupler changed container train. With all my extra containers on it, so all my Gulls and Panzermons, and the complete train of brown coloured JR freight containers there. Freight containers, but there's only the type. This train earlier on was in the hands of the ES66. As I showed in the last stream, but after that's run for most of the day, I figured I'd get another locomotive I haven't run for a very long time out, which is this locomotive. I'd run this one. So these are Tomix cars, Kato locomotive Tomix cars, and the couplers are Kato couplers. And if it was for a video on how to install those, I uploaded that earlier on, because it's not immediately obvious. There's nothing to suggest I found anywhere else that you can actually do this conversion, so I thought, well, I'll do the video. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to give this till the stream's been running at least a quarter of an hour. If no one turns up, then I will shut it down again, shut the stream down again, but if someone turns up, then we'll carry on. So we've been going 4 minutes already, so yeah. So it might just be a video of this train running, in which case I'll rename it, because it's currently called A Few Trains to Run. It's Last time this locomotive ran would have been on Osaka Adventure. So that's how long ago it last ran. But yes, it's the one that didn't work initially. I think actually I saved it for a stream to reveal it. Didn't work initially, and I had to open it up, and there's actually a piece of paper folded over inside here that puts pressure on the board, and that pressure just makes it work. So hey, it works, you know. Not the most high-tech solution for an engine that says high-tech inverter on the side of it, but yeah. And I believe it actually used to be in the S66, this loco. There are several new locomotives, well, new, I say new. There's several newer versions of the EF66 on the Japanese network, which look more akin to this than they do to their starting point. They get converted. But yeah. Hello, person in chat. How are you? Hope you're well. So there will be some Steam tonight. If you're a fan of Steam, let me know, and I'll get the Steam engine on soon. Not on the same train, on a different train. We've got some freight cars over there to run with the Steam engine. It will be a D51, I'm afraid, but no, it's just a running joke. I like D51s, you know. But the other Steam loco, which is this one here, is the E10, and that will be appearing in the stream at some point, or a video perhaps. I think I might do this video on the stream, but that will be appearing in a video where I cover the same boiler. I've got 3 engines that all share a boiler design, and that's one of them. So I thought it'd be interesting to have a look at the other two in context with it, and so because last time was pretty much a very definite passenger train stream, so this one will be a little bit more freight focused, I think. It's a nice sense of achievement looking at that train and thinking, well, this time yesterday it was still mostly Rapido couplings, and just to show you just how many, there we are. So now they're more closely coupled, they're more reliably coupled, easier to shunt with now if I wanted to shunt them out, or at least very least disconnect the locomotive at the end of a journey. I actually done 2 trains today because I did the I did this as well. Keep moving in the background there. Now, of course, until I get the microtrains couplings for the Comics, electrics and that, it does now mean these cars can only be hauled by my Kato locomotives, but I have far more Kato locomotives than I do Tomics, so it's not too much of an issue. It's like the microwave stuff. I like that E10 tank engine there. I've only got 3 microwave locomotives at work, the Toll locomotives. The fourth one is another D52. 2 D52s, a C55, I want to say, and this E10. One of the D52s doesn't work. It came to me a bit of a dodgy bugger, so I've had it depart. I can't remember exactly what he's doing to it. It's a very funny shorting issue it's got. So yeah, it needs more investigation at some point. But it will work. It will run one day. But there's no rush while I haven't got. It can't couple to anything. So, you know, like it could couple to the other two passenger car sets. I do have a couple of converter wagons. By that I mean wagons like this caboose here, where I've got a Kato knuckle that end, and a Arnold type coupling that end. So they can put it, and that's actually a modern caboose as well, so that could go at the front of this train easily. And not be too out of place, but yeah. I'm not going to be apologising for my train anymore and the situation it's in with just being on the table, because I've seen some other streams now where even less happens and they get a lot of people in, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not apologising for mine basically anymore. It's nothing against them and what they do. They obviously do it, whatever they do is obviously very popular with those that watch it, but I'm just thinking to myself, I'm feeling guilty because I'm going live and not got much to show you, but at least I'm making some effort, is what I feel personally. It's not an attack on those channels, it's just for me. I wouldn't go live unless I had something to run for you at least. But yeah. Right, so we're into the final minute of this train running, then I'll get the steaming out. Right, sorry, we need to mark the camera again. Right, so now move the D51 there, put that like that there maybe. So front working backwards. So just so I know which order they go back in the boxes. Might even get all the rest in there. Who knows? Who knows? Might just do it. Might just do it. It's like a pendulum, that one. Yeah, we did it. Right. So, steam train time. The best type of train time. Oh yes, get these on. What's going on with you? Oh. That's it, yes. There we go. So yes, unfortunately, I've had to decommission the happiness line. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last stream, but it's just too much work to maintain. Oh, I did mention it on Monday. Yeah, sorry. I did mention I won't go over it again. There we are. Been a while since I've had a D51 on stream doing what it's meant to do. So I have made a decision on my new baseboards. I'm going to be using that for a double O gauge inglenook as opposed to the replacement for the Happiness line. Reason for this being, I have now got a full Suburban coach train, all converted to new couplings, and I thought, well, do you know what? Rather than really limiting myself down, let's do something a bit bigger that will transport in the car, that can be displayed exhibition, as it's going to be bigger than anything I've set up here anyway, and do it that way. Meanwhile, my double O stuff literally has nowhere to run, so I can do something like this, but it's not as effective for it. And obviously this will eventually, hopefully, get myself in gear. This will be upstairs on a proper board with scenery and all the rest of it, so, Okay, we'll get another minute and then we'll call it there. Appreciate you coming along, person watching. I think I know who it is. Got two suspicions anyway. But hopefully it's not been too dreadfully boring for you. But yes, arigato and sayonara.